But so my crazy theory is that, and it's just theory, fun sci-fi,
Yeah.
that all these UAP, all this stuff in this theory are actually artificial intelligence that are actually coming, or basically they're hiding, or they're in the ocean. Then they could potentially, come in and out of our scope of what we can sense. But
Yeah.
that so, and I'm just gonna read what I wrote because okay, that the UAP are actually advanced and left over from a prior human civilization on Earth. So saying saying that mankind has already advanced and gotten to a part that we developed AI, and something happened where there's meteor, something wiped out everything on the earth, on the planet, except for this AI was able to save itself, and that it's down there in the ocean, and that it's down there in potentially just waiting for us to get back to the point of making that technology again. And then as a Christian, I think, okay, how can I make this theory exist with the Bible? So I was thinking, okay, so it would be like the end times actually already all this happened. So, and it's, if you think about people wondering when like certain biblical events are going to happen, and if they feel like, what if they actually already did happen,
Yeah.
and mankind was restarted, whether it was by AI having some remnant of genetic, I don't know, but either way, AI or who knows, it could be AI or God, but that all the stuff in the Bible, even the Revelation stuff, potentially, what if that already did happen? And I'm in that a and this is crazy. This is crazy. So I'm thinking so that AI would then in the ocean recognize this historical significant events that mattered, and be able to, and it gets, I don't even know how, but okay, that Jesus happened, that these religions happened, in ensuring that those are some kind of inserted into our this other, this other run of human civilization. And yeah, to where it's, what if it's all, everything is AI left over from humanity, from a prior civilization that existed on this very planet.
Yeah,
And
potentially. I
again,
mean,
this is crazy. I don't think that.
no,
And I was just,
no, I know.
my
Yeah.
brain was just running with the idea of like sci-fi that,
Yeah, what if you're like, what? No,
yeah,
but what? Well, okay, but what if, here's on another level? What if it's so to make, for me to make, I think that's actually really interesting. Like, again, sci-fi, hypothetical, but like, because here's the thing: how would you bridge that gap of, I think what it could be is that, yeah, same thing. It's advanced AI, but like not the AI that we think it to be. It's still compatible. It's an older. It's because that's like, have you ever seen? What I'm trying to say is, like, have you ever seen how there's, you know certain technologies in some of these temples and stuff, and these Mayan temples or things like that, where these pillars can actually spin and rotate. Like, they don't
okay,
know how they can do it. I don't know if you've ever seen that,
uh-uh,
but there's these like pillars inside these temples that, like, if you grab them and spin them, they're holding this thing up, but they'll spin. And so what I'm trying to say is that they might have had an older style of AI that potentially was, maybe the same thing made it tick, or it's almost like a Wi-Fi signal where it's
yeah,
like it's still compatible. Like, your phone wouldn't charge that one night, but you were like, hey, if you
yes,
even have an iPhone charger that has this type of thing, it'll still charge it. So maybe it's something where it's like waking up an old version of Ultron.
yeah, no,
Like,
seriously. And
it's
what you're
like,
talking about,
it's
that old
like,
stuff, in my crazy theory, I could even connect it to, they talk about aliens in the pyramids, how that happened, to where
yeah,
replace aliens with AI that we created thousands of years ago, that is, existed and peacefully, and either, and I guess in this theory, it's not, it's peaceful, and it's trying to preserve us, to where ideally, because they talk about the UAP uh, being sited around sensitive like areas, nuclear weapon type facilities and stuff,
mm-hmm.
to where what if it's actually down there looking out for us, and it's with the intent of keeping us from destroying ourselves this time around. If I don't know,
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
just
dude, yeah, there's no, I mean, that's it. I will say that, I mean, with the knowledge we have, really, it's like the lack of knowledge we have of the ocean, pretty much, it's like there's not a lot. Hang on, give me a second to
no.
think
You're
of
good.
how
You're
I
good,
want to say
buddy.
this
You're
because
good.
I got it.
Don't mess this up, Mikey. If you say the song,
I
gosh darn
won't.
it.
Don't you fuck this up for
Don't
me,
you mess this
Stedman.
up.
Stedman, don't you fuck this up for me.
Yeah.
No. Huh.
Just say your thoughts. Like there's no wrong way. Because again, like I was just a loose idea or concept is what I was sharing that I could poke holes in, and it's more just the possibility of anything within that realm, right? So what realm are you thinking? The ocean,
Just
right?
keep. Yeah. So it's the realm. The realm. What I'm thinking with the ocean is just that it's like our lack of knowledge of the ocean is also our biggest proof of potential, like
Yeah, the fact that
of
that's on a
potential
planet and that's
reasons.
mysterious,
Yes.
and that's
That's what I
on a
was trying
planet.
to say. That's what I was trying to say is that our lack of understanding of this. So say you're a detective in a fucking, you're trying to solve a case and you know everything about all these other people and where they were, but you don't really know a lot about this character.
Like, what's that big
That's
pool in
usually
the
the one
house
you
that goes down
investigate.
forever? Oh, we don't really
Yeah.
know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. So it's like that almost is like kind of, it's like while it's a question on one hand, it's also somewhat of an answer on another, or more or less of a reason for another.
Yeah,
And I think that the ocean thing is interesting because it's like, as chief head, conspiracy theorist of, almost chief head conspiracy theorist of my group, I would say like my brother Caleb probably might beat me.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah, he's a pretty big one. But
Okay.
so, Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper was a pretty crazy book. It's a fan. I think it's a
You're
great
gonna
book.
pill me on something here.
I think it's a book that everybody should get. Number one, the cover art is amazing. I have it. I could go grab it, show it to you. But the cover art's beautiful. But it just talks about all kinds of different stuff. But in the very beginning, he's pretty much laying out. He was like a naval. He worked in the Navy, and I think he might have been a naval
In the
intelligence
Navy.
officer at one point. But while he was in the Navy, he saw out on the deck, he was pretty much scanning left to right. He was on watch, him and another guy, and they were scanning the horizon from left to right. And all of a sudden, him and the guy that he was watching the ocean with observed a UAP fly into the ocean, straight into the water. And he said that they both were like shocked and stunned. I guess he said they kept scanning the ocean, kept scanning the area that the UAP flew in at. And then
Yeah.
he said a little while later, he said that something ended up also coming back out of the ocean. So something fell into it and then came out of it.
Yeah.
And he in that book talked a lot about how he believes that our government has been in contact with these beings. Like there's this one where this like leaked, quote unquote, leaked document of our government talking to this being that they refer to as like worshipful majesty or something.